sandals on the way I'm sliding up. I won't join no gang cause I speak truth and I ain't slime enough. I can't kill my brothers, we the same, it's just not adding up. Esau he a killer, genocide he keeps attracting us. Most I say be fruitful, multiply so we be adding up. Compare his seed to the sand of the sea, we deep so you can't add us up. My people they got hate inside they heart, they wanna paint us up. Grew up in a red zone, blood tears, I see red flags on us. This world be killing me with lies the way they capping on me. Like these publicans, they coons and seeing the way they taxing on me. Prove what you say, the evidence, show me the facts, lil' homie. Don't hold your tongue, just bring it out. What's on your mind, lil' brody? Riding on 4 Giottos, bougie, how we sip Moscato. Feast days of the Lord, champagne be rainy poncho. Salvation of the Lord's people, come on, we need that pronto. Wisdom, yes it bring riches like we just won the lotto. Keep these commandments in the faith, my brother, that's the motto. Most high humble you quick, boy, if you think you macho. Israel we poor, but we rich in spirit.
People, they gonna be leaving their kids too, right? We the main demographic of people that got the fatherless households, right? And Pop's not there. He kind of say he gonna go to the store and he kind of never come back. He always getting locked up, in and out of jail, 20-year bid, right? Or he dead in the streets, whatever the case may be. So everybody don't go through these things on the level that we do. And the Lord didn't place these punishments or curses upon every nation. So that's how we know without a shadow of a doubt that we God's chosen people, because the Lord said, look, straight up and down, my people are chiefly gonna go through these things. Now go to verse 68, let's get another. Matter of fact, no, go to 32. There's another way we're gonna prove it too, via these punishments. Go to verse 46 real quick, Salak.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And it reads, and they shall be upon thee for a sign, for a sign.
So the Lord said these punishments or these curses gonna be upon my chosen people for a sign. A sign is an identifying marker. If you want to go to Walmart, you're going to look for the Walmart sign. You want to go to Target, you're going to go to the Target sign. So these curses or punishments is a sign to identify who God's chosen people is. So all you got to do is look around at the masses of people, all these different races of people, and see who fit these signs, who fit these punishments. And then boom, without a shadow of a doubt, you'll see who God's chosen people is. Go ahead to 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
Bring it up.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What the Lord say?
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Whose sons and daughters, 400 plus years ago, were here on slave ships was given to a whole nother race of people. Who went through that, brother? We did. So everybody can't relate to that. I mean, it's no history of them. They children ain't come off slave ships and was given to another people. And that's known for our people. The blacks went through that. The Hispanics went through that. The Native American Indians with the Trail of Tears, they went through that. Our people went through these things that's documented in the Bible. That's how we know we are God's chosen people. Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
All the what?
All the day long.
And the Lord said, your eyes gonna look. Want where my kids at? Where my babies at? Child Protective Services taking our kids away, things of that nature. In slavery, what they would do is once the child had the baby, and they would strip the child from the mother. And this boy finna get raised to be a working nigger, right? That's how they did us. And they say our eyes was wanted for failing, man, failing for wanting. Meaning what? We crying and sighing, wondering where our kids at, where our babies at. Is we ever gonna see them again? Now you got to be raised without your father. Now you got to be raised without your mom, right? And that all started back in the slavery times, and it happened up until this day. Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
What the Lord say?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And the Lord said we ain't gonna have no might in our hand. Meaning we ain't gonna have the strength, the physical, not physical, but the mental strength, the psychological strength to stand up and fight back. We was pretty much handicapped, right? Our people went through that. We clearly, without a shadow of a doubt, stronger than these other nations. We're smarter, we're wiser. See, but our downfall is us not keeping the commandments of God, right? And that's what the Bible is bringing out. That's what the Lord is showing, right? That we are God's chosen people. Let's get the classic 28:60.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right. So the Lord said his chosen people was gonna go into Egypt again. Now Egypt in the Bible got a spiritual meaning, brother. If you still following along, right? And the spiritual meaning in Egypt is slavery and or bondage, right? Get Revelation 11:8.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8.
Right.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
right.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And what?
Sodom and Egypt.
Right. So Egypt got a spiritual meaning behind it, brother. The Lord not saying you're gonna go into the physical landmass of Egypt again. He said, I'm gonna send you into a place like it. right? That spiritual meaning behind it, that bondage, that servitude, right? Being under a taskmaster, right? Getting told and forced, hey, do this, do that, build up cities and buildings, for the other nations, man. Right? So that's the spiritual understanding behind Egypt. So who went through things like that, brother? Being forced to serve under another people. No, the Egyptians had us in slavery. When you read Exodus, the first chapter, go to Exodus 1, start at verse 8.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 8. And it reads, now there arose up a new king over Egypt.
Over what?
Over Egypt.
Over what?
Over Egypt.
Right, so this is a king over Egypt. Now, when you read verse 1, the children of Israel came into Egypt. Now you got this new king that didn't know who Joseph, our mighty forefather, was, that had a good connection with the previous Pharaoh. So you got a new one raising up, right? And we is in the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
Which knew not Joseph.
Right.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel.
The Lord say,
the people of the children of Israel.
Who are we?
The people of the children of Israel.
So you got Pharaoh speaking on us. He said, look, these people are the children of Israel.
Are more and mightier than we.
What the Egyptians say?
Are more and mightier than we.
So you got this Pharaoh confessing, like, hey man, these Israelites, it's more of them and they mightier than us. So we not Africans, we not the Egyptians, we not Hamites, we not Canaanites, right? We not them Senegalese or whatever. We not Ghanaian. I mean, we're the Israelites, and we was under servitude and bondage to the Egyptians. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
What they say?
Let us deal wisely with them.
Right. So this the mindset of the Egyptians, man. They say, let us deal wisely with them. Let's take that crafty counsel and see how we can overthrow these people, man. Let's see how we can knock them off their square, knock them off their A game, man. Right? That's what they thought about us. So you got to think about it. What would that be for us today? At our time that we aware of. They dealing with the so-called white man 400 years ago. Then they deal wisely with us and turn us against each other. You had some in the house getting treated better. Some slaves in the field getting dogged out. Right? And now you building up enmity. Right? You building up jealousy. You building up strife. And you magnifying that evil out that we already got towards each other, man. Right? And the so-called white man knew that. He said, look, man, when we got off them ships, he said, there's some mighty Hebos. They mocked us, calling us Hebos, man. They said, oh, there's a lot of them. We threw millions overboard. They in the water somewhere, and it's still a lot. And they strong. They bucks. Big men. Solid men. Right? So they already was looking at us and thinking, all right, how can we overthrow them? How can we break them and bring them under our submission and make this Egypt for them all over again? Bondage and servitude all over again. Right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 26 here. Yeah, drop that.
Deuteronomy chapter.
That Egypt is really just saying slavery or bondage all over again. Remember that, brother.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Servitude, bondage, slavery. Go ahead.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
And how do we get over here to America, brother? What form of transportation? Right, and that's documented right there in the Bible. So the Lord telling you without a shadow of a doubt, and you're going to slavery again on ships, man. Right, straight up and down. You're going into bondage, right? But it's going to be by way of ship this time. And we know that's our history. Everybody can't relate to that. The Russians can't say, yeah, I do remember 400 years ago, you know, and they did that to us. The Russians can't say that, right? The Slavics, right? The Japanese can't say that, right? They wasn't forced, right, from their side of the world, from their homeland, from their territory, from their borders, to come serve another nation of people. That didn't happen to them, right? Bring it up.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Right.
thou shalt see it no more again.
Right, and that's double fold. We ain't gonna see that physical Egypt again in that form or fashion of servitude and bondage, and we ain't see our homeland again. We don't even know what it is. What it is. Half our people just say Africa. It's a whole continent, man. Right? So the Lord say, I ain't gonna see that no more. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What the Lord say?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So that place where you're gonna get dropped off on via slave ships, hey, there you're gonna be sold to your enemies, man. Right? And who was we sold to when we got off those slave ships? We were sold to the so-called white man. Straight up and down. The Dutch, the French, the Portuguese, the Spaniards, the conquistadors. The list goes on. The British, the English, right? The Scottish. Who else? German. Right? The list goes on, man. We were sold to our enemies. They didn't treat us like friends. They didn't show us no love. They didn't show us no mercy. They treated us how enemies would treat somebody, man. Go ahead.
For bondman and bondwoman.
Right, slave man and slave woman.
And no man shall buy you.
What the Lord say?
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody gonna buy you or redeem you out of this captivity. Now we had mighty people that tried to stand up. We had Nat Turner. We had Martin Luther King. We had Malcolm X. Who another? You tell me one, brother. Who another? Marcus Garvey. Right? And these men tried to stand up and make something happen for us, but the Lord said, ain't nobody gonna be able to get you out of this. And the reason why is because, look, how we get out of it is by returning to the Most High God, man. Right? Hey, if your father kind of whoop you and put you on punishment, and your best friend can't throw a rock at the window and say, let the rope down, I'm gonna help you get out. Hell no. Right? And it's when pops say a punishment over with. And then you can go back outside and play with your friends. So can't nobody really help us. Now, they could try. Hey, but it's not gonna avail to anything. It's gonna come to naught because the Lord gotta redeem us out of this captivity, right? And so you gotta ask, hey, how we get out of here? Who is the Lord talking to? Would you agree or disagree that the Bible talking to us, King? I feel like it's talking to us without a shadow of a doubt, straight up and down. But what did the Lord call us? Did He just say, ye niggas, ye blacks, all ye blacks? What the Lord really called us was our true nationality. You fit? Let's get Deuteronomy 29:1 in class.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant,
right,
which the Lord commanded Moses,
right,
to make with the children of Israel.
All the blacks.
The children of Israel. The children of Israel.
African Americans.
Children of Israel.
And the Lord said, make this covenant, tell these words of this covenant to the children of Israel, man. And that's us, King. We are the Israelites. We are God's chosen people without a shadow of a doubt. And the best and beautiful and greatest people on the face of this earth, man.
Right.
And we number one. Second to none, man. Right? Straight up and down, man. So what we gotta do, knowing that, how we gonna carry that weight? How we gonna shoot forth this graciousness that the Lord bestowed upon us by making us His chosen people? How we gonna show that to the Lord? What we gotta do in these last days? We gotta keep the commandments, right? And you gotta return back to it was your mind to go straight to Root 428 class? Or Root 428? Can you give me Deuteronomy 4:5-6?
Baruch chapter 4 and verse number 28.
Right?
For it was your mind to go astray from
what the Lord say?
For as it was your mind to go astray.
It was our mind to go astray. We went astray by not keeping the commandments no more, by being disobedient, by being impudent, by being stiff-hearted, by being rebellious, right? And kind of choosing to do our so-called own thing, man. Right? So our mind, we went astray, and we started to rebel against God. Go ahead.
To go astray from God,
right?
So being returned.
But being what?
So being returned.
What's repenting?
So being returned.
Go ahead.
Seek Him 10 times more.
The Lord say.
Seek Him 10 times more.
Right. So the Lord say being returned, meaning coming back, and that grafted in, being brought back to the fold, man. The Lord say seek Him 10 times more through the Spirit, man. So that's what you got to do as an Israelite, brother. Whenever you pull it back up. Disappearing like you pay attention. I pay attention. What you want to do, brother? Word, what? And so you still with me, King? Yeah, we got to seek the Lord 10 times more now and go back 10 times harder, returning back to the Lord, man. Give me Baruch 2:30 real quick. Bring this up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right, so the Lord said you should do these statutes, these judgments, these commandments in the land where you get sent to. Right, and the Lord sent us over here. So over here we should be keeping laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments. That's exactly what we should be doing, what we should be doing in the land where the Lord sent us. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. Right. Keep therefore and do them.
What the Lord say?
Keep therefore and do them.
Right, you hear that, brother? The Lord said, keep these words and do them. Keep my commandments and do them.
For this is your wisdom.
What the Lord said?
For this is your wisdom.
And the Lord said, this is your wisdom. You want to be a wise brother, right, brother? You want to be filled with wisdom and knowledge. The Lord said, this your wisdom right here, this Bible. Keeping the commandments through the Spirit. Right? Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
In the sight of all these nations, man. Right? So we got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. So we can shoot forth our wisdom and understanding, right, in the sight of the nations, man. Right? We'll go get something. We'll bring this up.
Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30.
Right.
For I knew that they would not hear me.
What the Lord say?
For I knew that they would not hear me.
Right. So the Lord touching on, stiff-necked Jake. He said, look, I know they ain't going to hear me. Hard-headed little kids, man. Bad little Jake. Right?
Because it is a stiff-necked people.
It is a what?
It is a stiff-necked people.
Right, so the Lord said we are stiff-necked people. We hard-headed, man. Right? A hard as an adamant stone, man. Bring it up.
It's like it. But in the land of their captivities,
But in where?
but in the land of their captivities,
Go ahead.
shall they remember themselves?
Shall they what?
Shall they remember themselves?
So the Lord said, in the land of our captivity, where we in slavery, we gonna remember ourselves. We gonna come back to the Lord, man, straight up and down. So now we done went past the milk, right, brother? You an Israelite, history documented in the Bible, right? So now we gonna dive into some commandments for you, King, right? You ready for some commandments, King? What's your dietary life like, King? What you be eating? You doing vegan right now? Not wrong with eating fruits and vegetables through the Spirit, right? But we're going to touch on the dietary law. The Lord gave us a dietary law telling us what we can eat and what we can't eat, right? So a pork is one thing that we can't eat, right? You can't eat a snake. You can't kind of eat a scorpion, right? There's certain things that we can and can't eat. No shrimp, no crab, no lobster, no sharks, right? No damn whale, right? No turtle nuggets, them squid ribs. If y'all don't even got bone, brother kind of say I got squid ribs, right? And look, we're not eating that, man. Brother kind of pull up talking about I got the whale hot and ready. But no, man, we're not eating the whale, brother. Right, so let's dive into the dietary law and see some mighty things that the Lord said we can't eat and discuss some things that we can't eat. Bring out Leviticus 11:7.
Book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
What the Lord say?
And the swine.
The Lord said, "In the swine." Now the swine is ancient world terminology, old school terminology. I have a brother want to break it down, right? For pig, man. Swine just mean pig, right? Go ahead.
Though he divide the hoof,
Right.
and be cloven-footed,
Right.
Yet he cheweth not the cud.
What the Lord say?
Yet he cheweth not the cud.
Right, so the pig don't carry all three characteristics or traits that would classify him as a clean animal. They don't go through the dietary process of rudimentation. When you Google it, they don't properly digest their food, bring it back up, digest their food, bring it back up, go through the different stomachs, about 3 to 4 stomachs, get all the nutrients, get all the maybe toxins, get all that out, and finally properly digest their food. All they do is gobble down, and then they come out the drought. That's the end of the day, man. Right? So the Lord said, like, it don't chew the cud, man. Don't go through the proper digestive process. So therefore, it's not a clean animal. You with me, brother? All right, pick it up.
He is unclean to you.
What the Lord say?
He is unclean to you.
Right, and the Lord said the swine, the pig is unclean to you. You hear that, brother? I'll just make sure you with me. I ain't, because you was looking at that.
Verse 8, of their flesh shall you not eat.
What the Lord say?
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
Right, so the Lord said, of their flesh, they shall you not eat. You can't eat the pork, which I know you already eat it, but we're going to admonish you anyway through the Spirit. Right? Now let's go to something else that I know you ain't doing. Right? Let's get the fringes. Go to Numbers 15 and 38. You know what fringes is, King? Fringes, you know what them is, King? We're going to teach you on fringes, because you say you don't eat the pork, so you like, I don't need to hear about that. I already don't eat it. All right, well, let me touch on something that you know we can connect on. Right? Bring it on.
It's Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Who the Lord speak to?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
And we the children of Israel, brother. So who the Lord talking to? Exactly, that's right, brother.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
Make them what?
Make them fringes.
Make them what?
Make them fringes.
The Lord said, bid them, meaning charge them, command them that they make them fringes. You know what fringes is, King? Take a guess. Check out everybody around you. Right? Now, certain people got something on that everybody else don't got on. And you may notice it, you may not. Just take a good look. Fringes. You said belts? What you think the fringes is? Look at us up here. Some call fringes. What you think they is, King? Yep. They right here. That's right, brother. These is your fringes right here, man. The Lord, they kind of gave you a physical reminder to keep His commandments, and the Lord gonna break that down.
Verse 38. Speaking to the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes
Right.
in the borders of their garments
Got them in the borders of our garments, right?
throughout their generations.
Hey, the Lord say, do this throughout your generations. Hey, we still here. We ain't never stopped generating. We ain't been obliterated as a people. We still here to this day. Ain't constantly being fruitful and multiplying. So as long as we still here, it is commandment in effect, man. Gotta throw the fringes on. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, and you see the ribbon of blue. Everybody got the ribbon of blue. Right, now that's a commandment, straight up and down. You can't kind of walk up and you got the ribbon of pink, the ribbon of orange. Brother's gonna kind of say, what's up? What you doing, man? Hey, because the Lord said ribbon of blue. So you can't kind of do your own thing and say, well, I like purple. It's my favorite color. Nah, man, you gotta be the ribbon of blue. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it.
That you may what?
That you may look upon it.
I'll ignore it.
That you may look upon it.
And the Lord say, look at this thing, man.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord.
And do what?
And remember all the commandments of the Lord.
And the Lord say, hey, check out your fringes and remember all the commandments, man. Hey, you say you won't eat the pork. Hey, one day a spirit might hop on you. Kind of in the grocery store, all right? And you kind of walk past the chops, man. Kind of walk past the pork chops and something just telling you, get it. And you start imagining a pork chop on the grill, looking all nice and crisp, with the juices oozing off, seasoning on that thing. You kind of start drooling in the grocery store, people looking at you weird. What is he doing? What's wrong with him? And you kind of look down and say, oh, my friend is, hey man, no break. Kind of wipe the slop off. Oh, I gotta get off this thing, man. It's a demon on me. Gotta get away. Because you looked at the fringes, right? Hey, it be like that sometimes. Bring it up.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
What?
And do them.
And do them, man. So this is a mighty, mighty reminder. And you can get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Brothers get crispy with the fringes, man. We got the mighty elder Daniela. He be fringing on his whole suit, man. Right? And brothers make the mighty garments. Brothers make the mighty vests and put the fringes on them. But ultimately, it's a reminder for you to do the commandments of the Lord and not follow your own heart that can devise wicked imaginations. Let's get that. It's like that.
And it's like, in that ye seek not after your own heart.
What the Lord says.
And it's like, in that ye seek not after your own heart.
Right. So this is a reminder, to remember, do what the Lord told you to do, and don't seek after your own heart. Because we in this flesh at the end of the day. The flesh and the spirit is contrary one to another. And the spirit want to stay mighty, stay on fire, constantly read, constantly pray, constantly fast, constantly praise and glorify Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai. Then you got this nasty flesh. You got the flesh. It don't even sound right, flesh. You got the nasty flesh, man. Want to tell you do this, do that, do things that's contrary to the Bible, man. That what the flesh do, they contrary to each other, like I talk about in Galatians the 5th chapter, man. Right, so the Lord, tell you, hey, look, check out the fringes, help you stay in the spirit, man. Help you stay doing your thing in this thing, man. Right, go ahead.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whore.
Right, you go whore after other gods, man. I just read that in Ezekiel 23. Kind of get the whoring after these other gods, man. These idols. Kind of get the whoring after your own pleasures and desires. Right? So we got to keep our fringes out through the spirit. These the mighty fringes help you remember to keep the commandments through the spirit. Right? Let's go to the Shabbat. Let's touch on the Sabbath day. And today the Sabbath day too, King. We're going to touch on the mighty Shabbat. This is the Sabbath day right now. Right? We commanded to come together and congregate to this thing, man. Right? And come shoot forth in the word of the Lord, man. Give me Acts the 17th chapter. Give me Luke chapter 4. Let me know when y'all get there. Brothers got precept, y'all more than welcome to bring them up. Give me Acts 17. Yeah, start at verse 1.
Book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 1. Now when they had passed through Aphilnius and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica.
Right.
Where was the synagogue of the Jews?
Where was what?
Where was the synagogue of the Jews?
Right, go ahead.
And Paul, as his manner was.
As his what?
As his manner was.
Hey, this was Paul's manner. Meaning what? Hey, this is lifestyle. This how he getting down week in and week out. He doing his do right here through the spirit. Go ahead.
Went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reason and 3 Sabbath days reason.
Right. 3 Sabbath days, man. Go ahead.
With them out of the scriptures.
Out of the what?
Out of the scriptures.
Right. So hey, we do the work on the Shabbat. Right. The work of the Lord. Hey, Shabbat in, Shabbat out. Coming out here to reason with our people out of the scriptures. To wake up the lost sheep. Hey, Lord willing, man. To seal the elect. Hey, Lord willing. Right. Go to bring this up.
It's the book of Luke chapter 4 and verse 16.
Right.
And he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up.
Right.
And as his custom was.
As his what?
As his custom was.
As his custom was.
He went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day.
On what?
On the Sabbath day. On the Sabbath day.
And on the Sabbath day. Go ahead.
It's like it. On the Sabbath day and stood up for to read.
And did what?
And stood up for to read.
And that's what brothers out here doing. And you got the brothers standing up and for to read, man. To bring out the mighty precepts, the mighty edification, the mighty breakdowns. To wake up the lost sheep and bring them back home in this thing, man. Right? And that's what our forefathers was doing on the mighty Shabbat. Now let's go into it on another level. Right? Let's get Exodus 20. You go to verse 8. And whatever you have.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse. Remember the Sabbath day.
What the Lord say.
Remember the Sabbath day.
What the Lord say.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Hey, brother, the Lord said, hey, remember the Sabbath day. Right? He ain't say forget about it. He said, remember that thing, man. Right? So we got to help you remember the Sabbath day, brother. And the Lord helped us remember the Sabbath day. This is the Sabbath day from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, from even unto even through the Spirit, man. So you got to ask, hey, what do we do on the Shabbat? How do we conduct the Shabbat? Right? Are you curious, brother?
I do want to know.
You curious on how to conduct the Shabbat?
Yeah, how do we know it's not Sunday?
How we know it's not Sunday? Well, let's prove it. What's the 7th day of the week? Sunday? Somebody pull out their phone, go to the calendar. You got a phone on you, King?
7 days, Saturday.
Yeah, he said that. We're gonna bring it out. So the first day really Sunday, right? And the last day is really Saturday. But a day start at even. So how the Bible works, that 7th day really start Friday sundown. Go to Genesis 1 and 5.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 1. It's the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 5. And God called the light day,
Right, God called the light day.
and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
What the Lord say?
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Right, so the Lord said the evening and the morning were the first day. So a day is from one even to another even. So really, that last day start Friday evening. That's right. Right, and the new day will start Saturday evening at the sundown. So that will begin the first day of the week going to Sunday sundown as well. And when you swing that thing all the way back around, you're going to have Friday sundown and Saturday sundown, the 7th day. Right? Keeping the Shabbat. That's how we know it's not on Sunday. Sunday is not the day to reverence the Lord. You reverence the Lord every day. All day. To the best of your ability. You don't just choose Sunday, all right, I'm gonna go to church. I'm going to get my tithes and my offerings, and then I'm going to wild out for the rest of the week. And then you kind of do this and say, I'm good. Right? No, and you reverence and show a praises, honor, and glorification and servitude to the Most High each and every day. And that mighty Shabbat is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, the true 7th day of the week. And we're gonna teach you how to the Most High gonna teach you how to conduct the Shabbat. Let's go to. You got another precept?
It's the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 11. And others that had run together into the caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly.
What the Lord say?
To keep the Sabbath day secretly.
Right, so the Sabbath day is a big deal in the scriptures. When you go a verse up. Verse 6.
Verse 6.
You start at 5.
Verse 5. The altar also was filled with profane things,
right,
which the law forbiddeth.
Right.
Neither was it lawful.
Neither was it what?
Neither was it lawful.
What the Lord say?
Neither was it lawful
Go ahead.
for a man to keep the Sabbath day.
Right, so during the Greek captivity when Antiochus was Hellenizing us, it said it wasn't even lawful for us to keep the Shabbat. And that's how deep this thing is, man. You had the heathens trying to stop us from keeping our beautiful holy day that the Lord gave unto us, man. Yeah. So when we out here keeping the Shabbat right now, they mad. Right? The so-called white man, he pissed off right now. He would rather us be a freaking off at the mall, blowing a bag, down barbecuing, and somewhere down Belle Isle, right? Somewhere at the damn Beam, right? Doing our own thing, man. Generating them money. And you know how much money they losing right now? Because you got more and more blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians ain't not freaking off on Saturday, man. On Friday, right? And even when you go into it on the cardinal level, Saturday is a day of chief death. Right? Brothers didn't look that up before. Brothers didn't literally search out that matter. A lot of people die on Saturdays. A lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. How many people, brother, in the hood getting shot? Somebody gonna get shot tonight. Somebody got shot last night. Alright, some house about to get burned down. The club finna get towed up. Somebody finna get arrested. It's finna be a drunk driver smashing and booming into somebody because they drunk on Friday night and Saturday night. Right? Somebody out here right now doing 100 miles an hour, about to blow the damn engine. Right, on Shabbat, man. All right, and the Shabbat is a big deal, man. They try to keep us from keeping the Shabbat because they know that's something dear unto the Lord that He gave unto His servants. So the Shabbat is a big deal, and we're gonna show you how to keep that thing, brother. I want to do this. Verse 11. Verse 11. And others that had run together into the caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day. Right, so they ran. They say, look, man, we're going to keep the Sabbath day. And he out here trying to kill us. He's trying to stop us from keeping the Shabbat. And we're going to duck off somewhere and keep the Shabbat. Our forefathers was about that. They took it to the extent like, hey, you're not letting nothing stop us. And we like that. All right, he's trying to kill us, but man, we keeping the Shabbat. Right. Secretly being discovered to Philip. We're all burnt together. It was what? All burnt together. It ain't got burnt. Hey, just going to show you the wrath of our enemies when we keep our laws. All we wanted to do is keep the Shabbat. Why you had to burn us? I mean, how that make you feel, brother? You trying to keep the Shabbat, you got the so-called white man, and come burn you, man. Because you want to keep the Sabbath day. Wouldn't that make you mad? You'll be rolling over in your grave. Like, hold on, this is a commandment of God. Don't on the dollar bill and say, in God we trust. So why are you doing this? Why is it such a problem? Why is it such a big deal when we try to keep the laws of God as his chosen people, the Israelites?
Because they made a conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day.
What?
Of the most sacred day.
The Lord said the Shabbat is the most sacred day. Right? We kind of diving into the milk right now, brother. When I have to seek you one day, you gotta start with the milk. Right? And you gotta drink of the milk, man. Right? Did you know about the Shabbat already? Did you know how to do it and conduct it and keep it? Hey, so look, give me Hebrews 5 and 13.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 5. It's the book of Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12.
Right.
For the time ye ought to be teachers,
right,
ye have need that one teach you again.
What the Lord saying?
Ye have need that one teach you again.
Hey, look, we gotta be taught. We gotta be built up into this thing before we start diving into the so-called deep end, man. Hey, when somebody trying to learn how to swim, you put them in a 1 foot or you put them in a 13 foot. I'm not throwing nobody in a damn 13 foot, man, unless I be a murderer, a damn fool, right? Hey, so we gotta slow roast that thing from the milk to the meat, to the bread, to the meat, and build our way up. Then you gotta get the honey, then you gotta get the wine, you gotta get these other things that's a little more easy to digest before we just dive into Ezekiel and Daniel, deep, dark, double-fold prophecies and things of that nature, man. Right? Now, nothing wrong with, kind of taking a step to mighty up, but you gotta solidify the milk first. So before we can jump to Ezekiel and Daniel, you gotta know about the Shabbat. You gotta know a couple law, statutes, and commandments. You gotta know that you're an Israelite. You gotta know that your history in the Bible through the Spirit. You had to learn about fringes, right? Go ahead.
Which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
So this is the first principles. This is the first steps.
And are become such as have need of milk.
So we need milk right now because we babes. We on level 1. Ezekiel and Daniel, that's level 99. All right, we got a long ways to go. I ain't the sharp as Ezekiel and Daniel. I got brothers out here that's like that. All right, they break it down to you. All right, hey, but we gotta work our way up.
And are become such as have need of milk,
right,
and not of strong meat.
And not what?
And not of strong meat.
The Lord said we babes, man. We need milk right now. Can't have strong meat just yet. Now, like I said, brothers could dive into that thing, brothers could break it down, but it wouldn't be profitable for you to know all of that, but you don't know how to conduct yourself to the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, you can dive into it when the Lord see fit. You see what I'm saying? And in the meanwhile, get built up, be obedient, and learn these law, statutes, and commandments. Because you can have all the deep, dark parables, but if you're not obedient, it don't profit you nothing. So you an Israelite king from the tribe of Judah. Let's get Sirach 19 and 24 real quick. I'm going to get my 2 closing precepts. You said 31. Sirach 19 and 24. You there already?
It's the book of Sirach chapter 17. It's the book of Sirach chapter 19 verse 24.
Right.
He that have small understanding and fear of God.
The Lord say.
He that have small understanding and fear of God.
The Lord say somebody that got small understanding but they fear the Lord. Go ahead.
Is better.
Is what?
Is better.
Is what?
Is better than one that have much wisdom.
What's Ezekiel and Daniel?
Is better than one that have much wisdom and transgressive the law of the law of the Most High.
Right. So the Most High said, look, brother, it's better for you to have small understanding and at least fear me and obey me than for you to know all the deep dark parables, but then you can't even know that you in sin because you don't know the Lord to begin with. So now you're just going on. So you will have all that mighty knowledge, but it ain't gonna matter if you can't even be obedient. I mean, that's technically a fool. Imagine somebody that know all this knowledge, got all these damn degrees, but can't even conduct themselves as a human being. You're gonna look at them like, what the hell? You're gonna feel like they're moving backwards, right? So that's not to discourage you, King. Get built up, do your thing, right? Then hop into that thing, right? Let me get my 2 closing precepts.
17:7.
Yeah, Luke 17:7. Give me wisdom of Solomon 14.
Luke chapter 17 and verse 7.
Right.
But which of you, having a servant, plowing or feeding cattle, will say unto him, buy him.
18.
By 18 and 7?
Yeah.
All right, no. Luke chapter 18 verse 7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect?
What the Lord say?
And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect?
Go ahead.
Which cry day and night unto him.
Which what?
Which cry day and night unto him.
Go ahead.
Though he bear long with them.
Right.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
What the Lord say?
He will avenge them speedily.
What's coming?
He will avenge them speedily.
Hey,
The Lord gonna avenge us speedily, man, and we gonna be saved in these last days, straight up and down. Our salvation draweth nigh.
Right.
It's like a woman in travail in that last trimester, man. This thing finna pop out, man.
Right.
And the Lord finna come back with the mighty chariots and with the angels, man. He finna come and get his elect from the earth, man. Straight up and down, man. We ain't finna be stuck in nasty, dirty, wicked America forever, man. And full of all manner of abominable things here, man. And the Lord gonna avenge his own elect speedily, man. Straight up and down.
Right.
This the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 10. He pleased Yahweh.
Lord say?
He pleased
What the
Yahweh.
elect gonna do?
He pleased Yahweh. The elect gonna please the Most High straight up and down in these last days to the best of their given ability. Go ahead. And was beyond, and was beloved of him.
Right.
So that living among sinners, he was translated.
He was what?
He was translated.
He was what?
He was translated. Right. So the elect gonna be beamed up, man, and they gonna be translated, man. And if they don't get beamed up, and they gonna die as righteous martyrs for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. And his beloved son Yahweh Shah. And Lord, really gonna get translated in this thing, man. And for pleasing the Most High, being amongst these nasty, dirty, wicked sinners, and these nasty chief place of concourse, amongst these nasty, abominable heathens, man. Bring it out. Yea, speedily.
Yea, what?
Yea, speedily.
Yea, what?
Yea, speedily.
Go ahead.
Was he taken away?
Was he what?
Was he taken
Where
away?
he had to stay?
Was he taken away? The Lord said, speedily was he taken away, man. And we gonna get the hell up out of here in a speedy, a miraculous fashion, man. And the chariot not about to kind of get the beaming you up in slow motion. They kind of hit the SpongeBob 3 hours later. No, man, we out of here, man.
Right.
And we up and gone, man, in a split second, man. Getting the hell up out of Dodge, man. Straight up and down. Bring it out. Lest that wickedness should alter his understanding.
That's what?
Lest wickedness should alter his understanding. And that's exactly why the elect is sighing and crying, man. We don't want our understanding to be altered, man, by this wickedness, man. We can only be here for so long, man. Take can only last so long, man. We gotta go. That's why we sign and cry. Say, set a mark upon the man's forehead that sigh and cry, man. And we ready to go home, man. Right? Like damn Karate Kid, man. We don't need no nasty heathen saying this is home. I mean, this ain't home, man. Right? And we trying to get the hell up out of here. Straight up and down. Bring it up. It's like you. Lest that wickedness shall alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of the concupiscence doeth undermine the simple mind. He being made perfect in a short time. He being made perfect in a short time. Fulfilled a long time. Right, and that's the elect for you. Time, go ahead. For his soul please Yahweh.
For what?
For his soul please Yahweh. For his soul please Yahweh. And his soul please Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Enoch is a representation of the elect, man. Hey, Lord willing, our souls is pleasing Yahweh a week in and week out. A day in and day out. Year in and year out, man. That's what we're here to do. And to please our God, man. And to fear him. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah can bring death and destruction to all nations, man. And to all Edomites, man. Right. It said they're gonna be a mind blown at our salvation, man. See all these people walking to and fro, right, in the chief place of concourse, all these heathens, man. And when they see the men of the Lord, who they ain't count his labors worthy, and man, they're gonna be amazed, man. They're gonna be trying to tag along, right, trying to grab your foot while you getting beamed up, and then the nuke gonna blow their damn arm off, man. ICBM gonna blow them to smithereens, man. Hey, this ain't for you, man. Right? Bring it up. Therefore, haste he to take him away from among the wicked. Go to give me verse, last one right here. Give me, you start at verse 1. Nope, go to verse 3.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and verse 3. And they're going from us to be utter destruction.
Right.
But they are in peace.
But they are what?
But they are in peace.
But they are in what?
But they are in peace.
And at the end of the day, Yasha Allah gonna be in peace, man, straight up and down. And with that, I would like to give all praises, double honor, and glorification to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashima Mashiach, wa malak Yahweh Shah. From Yasha.
From Yasha.
From Yasha.
From Yasha.
From Yasha.
From Yasha.